For today's acrylic painting tutorial, we will be working on a sunrise over a large field. The colors used in the sky are apple barrel cobalt blue, black, white, bright magenta, yellow, and pewter gray. Some of these colors are also used below in the trees and grass, but we will also add Kelly green and harvest orange to the palette. So let's begin. To start working on the sky, we paint 2 layers of colors by mixing cobalt blue with a small bit of magenta and black to make a muted blue, and pewter gray is added gradually to create a gradient effect. With a clean brush then, mix yellow and a tiny bit of magenta and gray to make the sunrise haze at the very bottom of the skyline, but be careful to make sure that the area between the yellow below and the blue above is gray. Mixing the blue and yellow together extensively on the canvas will make a green color, which is not usually seen in a natural sunrise. After the 2 layers have dried, we can paint clouds. For lighter areas and highlights, we'll mix together a color similar to the light yellow haze on the horizon by mixing yellow, magenta, gray, and even white if a lighter color is wanted. This creates a tan color, which you can make in variants of by either adding more magenta or yellow, depending on if you want a more yellow or pink sunrise. Using a small brush, create random clouds with highlights around the edges. Darker areas of the clouds can be achieved by mixing the cobalt blue with black and gray, and if you're wanting a more pink sunrise, magenta can be mixed in too. Now that the sky is done, we can start on the landscape. Below the horizon line, we paint the darker values first and build up to the lighter colors. Mixing our harvest orange with black makes a good brown color, and continuing to add black towards the bottom of the canvas will give more depth to the closer grass. Next, we can start some background trees. First, we mix a dark green-brown color to use for the tree shapes. Then, add more black to the mix and speckle on for a rough texture. This will give the trees more depth. Finally, add the highlight colors of lighter greenish brown using either a small Filbert brush or the side of a fan brush. The foreground grass has many variations of green, yellow, and orange within it. Green is more prominent away from the light source, and the sunrise causes highlights of yellow, tan, and orange on the grass. All of these textures can be done using a fan brush. The final tree, if you want to add one in the foreground, can be painted on with a liner brush, starting with the branches, and then using almost any brush to paint on clumps of leaves that follow the branches' paths. Here I'm using both a filbert brush and a small fan brush to do my leaves with a mixture of mostly black and a small bit of brown. When the tree dries, black can be added in areas that you want to be darker to add more depth. Remember to add a shadow behind the tree in the grass with a darker green color.